Good morning, beautiful people. Another week, a lot of reflection. So, this week, I think it has been busy. It all started with, like, as I said in the previous video, that I received three CTO offers. So, I decided to decline them because, first of all, there's a feeling inside me that I really want to take this from the ground up. I really want to be there from day zero. And the problem with these companies is some of them are doing great, some of them are still a little bit early on, but most of them did the progress, which is finding the idea, actually validating and getting some money. Don't get me wrong, that gets me excited, but at least on this phase, this startup, I sat down with myself and I realized that I really want to do this. Might be a very stupid move. I don't know, but I just want to eliminate options and distractions because that really affects you. I realize that that actually affects you. Like everyone talking about like not having opportunities, but on the other side, if you have a lot of options to choose from, that actually hinders your progress and make you not be able to take the right decision. Anyways, like I really like the companies and I like the people and I know that there'll be great companies, but that's my first decision. Preceptor, what I'm doing with it. So Preceptor, I spoke with two to three product managers again, uh, and it started to become very clear to me that it is a vitamin, not a painkiller. So if you don't know, like there's some sort of a hierarchy of needs, which is something that is a pain, but if you didn't take it, you'll not die. That's called a vitamin. Something called painkiller, which is like you have a pain, so you take something that makes it go away, but it never kills the pain. And there is like the one thing that actually like the actual medicine. The perfect spot is in the painkiller because people will come back to you multiple times because their pain happen again and they need a painkiller. So that's what most of the companies advise with. Sorry, most of like the incubators and accelerator advice with, which is you need to find the perfect spot because like if it's painkiller, people will pay money for it, definitely. And I think that's the main problem with Perceptor is that it's a great thing, it's amazing, but it's a vitamin at the end of the day. Like there are a lot of priorities, and with a lot of AI tools and like a lot of competition, it become less and less of a priority. And maybe the option with that is to like become great at distribution, but I don't think I still have that skill yet. But on the other hand, I think the better route that I'm thinking of is pivoting, and that's what takes us to like most of the progress of this week. So I started to read a book called The Embedded Engineer. Actually, like the mentor, one of the mentors that I spoke with, he's the one that wrote that book. His name is Arvid, and he's an amazing guy, extremely amazing. And what I started to do with him is like we created some sort of a sheet, a Google sheet, and I started to like in the first sheet is like I writed all the kind of people that I enjoy working with, from engineering managers, product managers, video gamers, coffee enthusiasts, like all the things that I get excited about and the people that I get excited speaking with. And yeah, like content creators. So all of these are like the people that I enjoy having conversations with, I enjoy working with. And then I started asking myself a couple of questions like, are you learning something when you're speaking with these people? Are you enjoying their conversation? Are they doing something important? Are they like, do you believe that they can be more successful? Are they being served enough? So, and the tricky part is like this has to be subjective. This has to be coming from you. Like if someone else like answered it, they'll answer it differently, and that's what really matters because it has to be subjective. It has to be something that you get excited about. So, and then you rate them like like that number, like that's the first part, like you rate it from 1 to 10 after these questions, and that like then you filter out the first like 25 audiences that you like, and then that takes you to the next step, which is um, you have to start to do the research, and that actually was like the thing that took most of my time. And you start to research about each audience. What you do is you try to find what, and that's like the first one. The first pillar is called opportunity. The second one, it's called affinity. Sorry, the first one is affinity. The second one is opportunity. So the opportunity is like you have to narrow down your niche. As I said, you have to niche down. So you have to find the niche that's like screaming a problem, and are they being served and by companies? Then what's missing? That's the research. Of course, in the beautiful time that we're in, it's way faster with ChatGPT and like Claude and all of that. So I created some sort of a prompt to help me with that. Happy to share all of this, by the way. Like, if you really want to like learn and see what I did, happy to share the prompts, even the sheet, everything. I really want to help you as much as I can throughout my journey. So using the research, you start to see, oh, like what kind of Reddit like communities that serve this, or other communities, what are they speaking about? Is there some sort of events that I can attend and see what the people are doing and talking about? Is there like already SaaS products in there? Are they thriving? Are they making money? Where are they lacking? Why did they do that? All of that is a good research, and based of that, you start to give like the opportunity. Like you choose the niche, another word niche, and if there are multiple niche, you can put them, and then you decide the opportunity. Like again, it's subjective. It has to be subjective. Like, is it something, the opportunity that you believe that it's big or not? And then that takes you to number three, which is willingness to pay. This is very important. Like you could get excited about like some sort of a niche. Like for example, I get excited about like business book readers as me, but maybe they don't have the willingness to pay for this specifically problem. Like they might have a lot of problems, so they may not have money or time for this. So you start to find some sort of an evidence for like their willingness to pay, like what kind of products they're paying to, what's their budget, like are they always stressed out? Like for example, a very good candidates that I like are like early stage founders. I really resonate with these people, and I never like stop talking with them, but most of the time they have limited budget, so their willingness to pay is low, and that is a problem because they will not buy a product. And then lastly, so you rate it from 1 to 10. And then lastly is the market size. You have to do some research again with ChatGPT by your side about like the market size. So this is where like I think it gets different from like people to people. If you're looking for a lifestyle business, something that gives you like sort of the passive income, the financial freedom, and not the huge work, then maybe you just assess like the niche market and see if it's good for you. I think a good number is how you calculate it is you calculate the potential customers that you could serve, and the estimated business model. Like for example, let's say the estimated number is 5,000 customers and each one will pay like $100. I think that's 5 million. So I think that's a 5 million, which is not that great. But if you're playing in like the 50 million, like let's say like 5,000 customers and they're paying 1,000 and you're paying in the 50 million, then this is might be a very good niche for a lifestyle. If you wanted to become a unicorn, like that's my goal. So it has to be at least like the starting market has to be something like this. But the potential market, which is like the adjacent market, like let's say for example, we started with early stage founders that don't have a technical co-founder, are solo entrepreneurs, and they're trying to build fast a SaaS company. That could be a niche. But then like the adjacent market could be like moving to like founders moving to Series A, or like for example like CEOs in general in like early stage like startups. You can grow to these like adjacent markets or like the bigger market, and that's where like you become a truly unicorn. And I think that's like where it gets very hard and gets like insane. But yeah, like then you assess from like 1 to 10. I'm actually still here, like I'm actually still in this phase. And then you like add all like the 4 columns and then give it a rating out of 40 and then pick the top 3. That's it. Just pick the top 3 and neglect everything else. And from the top 3, choose the first one and then start working on that. That's your idea. Never go back. So if you did all of that, that's how you like end up with the idea that actually might resonate with what you're trying to do, because it's subjective, it's tailored to you. If you did the research and you did everything right, this is your calling, I believe. And you have like 2 other options, because like if you wanted to shift gears, you can do that if like you failed to like get into the first company. So yeah, like I'm still working on that, but that's like where I'm at. And yeah, lastly, I finished the year to one. Really love it. Really love it. It's still relevant to what's happening. Happy to do a summary about it in the next week, but because like I think I like the video is around 12 minutes now. So see you in the next week and a lot of more progress to be. Thank you.